Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Screw the Cubicle TV. I am Lydia, of course, your host for the TV show or YouTube channel or whatever you want to call it. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about why doing work you love now instead of waiting for later is to your benefit. Well, first of all, if you've been kind of listening to stuff I've been talking about on this channel or you've been visiting my blog, I'm huge about taking action now because there really isn't the perfect time in your life to do something that you really, really want to do. And work is one of those things that most of us can't avoid, and I don't think we're even designed to avoid work. I did a speech at Pachacucha in Bali a couple months ago where my topic was freedom was finding your curiosity, and how my curiosity led me to doing work that I love, and seeing time and time and again of that happening to my own clients and people that influence me. That story is usually very common. It's about following your curiosity, your interest to lead you to work that you can give a shit about, that matter to you, that you're going to be interested to keep doing for a very long time to come. And so unless you're kind of born with a silver spoon in your mouth or just somehow got lucky and you don't have to work, and even then you'll probably want to be a philanthropist or you want to do something with your time. So we just really in a way have to redefine what the word work really means to us, and how can we switch the perspective of work to be something that we can enjoy, feel really fulfilled and satisfied to be doing, and also we feel good about ourselves because it's a skill, it's a type of work that we're doing that we're good at, you know. And so that's going to put a big confidence in yourself, and make sure that you are spending time daily doing something that feels meaningful for you. So what are the three benefits? And this is kind of how to think about it, of that whole transition of when you start actually doing work in a more meaningful way rather than just for money. And I know this very well because the first business I started was not really a purpose business, if you will. It was just really a good business model for me to make money. It did use some of the skills I had, but it was kind of missing that little touch of the why right behind my idea. And so when Screw the Cubicle was born, that was really born because it started as a blog. It started as something I would have done for free to share that sort of information about my own transition, my own fears and the woes coming out of a six-figure corporate job and landing on my face, really, not knowing what the hell I was doing on my first year of business, and just wanting to share that so other people felt okay about their journey too, that they were allowed to make mistakes, and also sharing the things that I learned how to do better, so that other people didn't have to make the same mistakes that I did. And that kind of turned into this coaching business and retreat business that I have right now with Screw the Cubicle. So the three things that I thought about when it came to why it felt good to do work now was, the first thing, if you were like me working a corporate job, and especially a high-level corporate job, to make all that money, it's not easy to make six figures. There's a trade of time, right? I'm spending most of my time on vacation days for my boss in order to make that sort of money. So one of the things that I remember dreading in my corporate job was the long hours, right? The long hours of doing something for somebody else and really doing it on their own terms. And so when I started my own business, now here's the thing of entrepreneurship, is that a lot of the times you're going to end up working more or the same amount of hours that you were used to in corporate. And most likely 99% you're going to be working more because you're going to be learning new things all the time. So one of the things that I really saw the difference between my first business and my second business was that when I ran Screw the Cubicle, it was something that I was actually loving to do. I had a purpose behind it. I went through the pain. I could feel other people's pain, so therefore I can resonate with how to help them. And I didn't mind doing all the research of how I can help my people, how I could come up with different creative ideas to present myself in front of them, to try video like what you're watching now, to do my first webinar, to come up with exercises or workbooks that could help my customers along their journey as well. It was hours. Sometimes I was working 14 hours a day, launching what Screw the Cubicle became. And I didn't really, yes, I was a bit tired, but I didn't really feel like this dread of like, oh, I can't wake up and do it, or I can't believe I'm working for this shithead, because I was working for myself and hopefully I'm not a shithead. So it feels very fulfilling to, I think, be doing things that are your ideas. And that way it's not going to feel like 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. It's going to feel like something that you're growing for your own benefit. And so you don't mind doing the hard work. So that's the first thing that I remembered finding that benefit when I switched over. Now, the second thing, oh, there's some thunder there. As I mentioned, in the first year of business, and probably for a long time in your business, you're constantly learning new things. So if you imagine like the amount of time of experience that you had to do to raise, go up there and climb the corporate ladder for your own corporate job, that took years of training, experience, and hands-on knowledge, right? The same goes for your business. You can't really cut to the chase of making thousands and thousands of dollars before putting in some time and effort into learning and focusing your attention in your business. So there will be a large gap of time that you're going to be immersed and learning about your business. So if you're not doing work you love to start with, that learning and immersion of your time is going to feel like pulling teeth. And that's not fun for you. That's going to make your learning super hard. And also, if you're doing it just for the money, you might be learning stuff just to make a dime, but it's not things that interest you at all. And that makes a huge difference of what you're willing to be curious about, what you're willing to be interested in, to kind of grow your knowledge, grow your expertise in the topic that you have an authority for in your business. So choosing a business idea that not only makes money and not only encompasses your best skills, but also something that you're really, really interested in that seems to already be a theme in your life. So you're going to read more about it, you're going to follow the blogs, you're going to be part of groups or conversations that are around that topic, and you're not going to mind because you would have done it anyway. You would have been interested in it anyway. So that's kind of the second thing that I want to tell you about, to think about when you choose a business idea that you can run with as a replacement for your corporate job. And then the last thing is, obviously, when you love something and when you are interested in something, your love and your creativity in a way naturally shows up for it. So the way, it's not even just the business idea itself, but it's how you deliver the business idea. So before I started my business, I remember when I was a kid, I used to love having pretend games in my bedroom, and I used to kind of be a talk show host for all my teddy bears. And I never got to really present in that sort of way in any of my other corporate jobs. I did a couple of public speaking things, but not in this kind of intimate setting, or not in the kind of the Lydia show. And so when you have your own business, that's the cool part. You get to kind of design and create anything that you like that shows your personality, shows that you're having fun, and kind of is the type of way of doing things and the way of influencing that you would have done naturally anyway. So I obviously love to talk, as you can see, and I'm not a huge writer as much. So before, when I used to just blog all the time, I just felt, oh, it's just another task that I have to do. And now I get to make a decision in my business where I say, I kind of like to talk, so that's much easier for me to just get on camera, just like I'm doing here, and deliver what I want to say. And if people like me, they do, and if people don't, they don't. And it's okay, it's still content, it's still helpful. So your creativity is allowed to kind of flourish when you choose work you love and be your own boss, because you get to dictate how you want to influence people, how you want to motivate people, how you want to inspire people. And that can be in your own way. So if you're like me, you love video, that's the portal. If you love more of a social aspect of being in front of people that is more impromptu, maybe it's Periscope or Blab, right? You get to kind of choose this type of vehicles to deliver your message, which then is going to spark your creativity because it's in your zone of genius. You're going to pick ways to deliver it based on who you are, what you're able to do, and you're not going to do stuff you don't like. So your creativity has to flourish in that zone, and you're not being forced to kind of do it in a specific way. Okay, so I do challenge you to, before you start even immersing yourself into the online world and going, what can I do to make money? How can I make money right now? Is not to forget this important question on what would I need to experience, and what do I need to know about the business idea that would guarantee that I'm in love with it. So as I mentioned in the video, think about the things you're already talking about. Think about the things that you are already interested in, and utilize those topics and themes into your idea, or reposition your skills to be helping in that sort of industry or that sort of theme. And that way you're going to have more fun with your business, more fun with your work, and people are going to see that and want to be a part of it and eventually pay you. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful for you to just get the ball rolling and get the thoughts kind of, getting into that point of dreaming about work you love rather than work you have to do. And hopefully that you come up with a great business idea that you can run with. So I would love to hear your thoughts about what ideas you've come up with, and any questions for me, please comment below on the video. And also, there will be a link that we put up when it's ready, I haven't done it yet, that will have a little bit more of some details of what I talked about in a video blog post that you can read more and download, and of course talk to me on my own website as well if you manage to get up there to screwthecubicle.com. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and I will see you on the next episode of Screw the Cubicle TV. See you later. Hey, thank you so very much for watching Screw the Cubicle TV, and don't forget to subscribe below to get all the latest cubicle crashing content on how to quit your 9 to 5 and create a life and business on your own terms.